there are potentially some rule changes that could be in play here in the very near future for the game that we all know and love. Now, this is going to split the room just a little bit. Before we got on the mic, actually, myself and Nick Brake were going back and forth about whether it's good, whether it's bad, our own thoughts, but we're going to talk about this right now. There are 4 rules per Sports Illustrated, Ross Dellinger's, being proposed to college football. The first 2 are considered to be, quote, non-controversial. I'll let you decide. The first is no consecutive timeouts by anybody. So essentially what that would eliminate is the icing of a kicker. Okay, so you got a 40-yard field goal, line it up, timeout, that's all you get to do. You don't get to call your second and third timeout in a row, all right? The second is there's no untimed downs at the end of a first or third quarter. Now, the hope with all of these rules that are being proposed is to help shorten the game. Make them more watchable, I would imagine, kind of widen the circle for who you could draw into the game. Okay, so those are the first 2. Again, those are considered non-controversial per Sports Illustrated's Ross Dellinger. This third rule is apparently, quote-unquote, garnering wide support. The rule is the clock will run after a first down, except inside of 2 minutes. So the way that it goes right now, you get a first down, you hear it all the time with different commentators during games. Hey, remember, it's not the pro game. Clock's going to stop. We're going to reset the ball. Once you spot the ball, then the clock starts running. If this rule goes into effect, it'll be like the pro game until you get to inside of 2 minutes. I believe that's for both halves. Don't quote me on that, but you get the gist of it. The fourth rule that's being proposed, and this is causing some division, this is not a widely accepted proposal, but it's got some traction, but also has some detractors. The fourth rule is the clock will run after an incompletion once the ball is spotted. I feel like that's fairly self-explanatory. I throw a slant, it gets dropped, we reset the ball, and then we go. The clock keeps running. Whereas right now, you throw an incompletion, the clock stops, we get set. The clock doesn't start again until you snap the ball for another play. So yes, this would shorten the game quite a bit if you want to be real with it. Like there's a lot of things this would impact. The hope, again, is to make this more watchable and draw in more viewers and have better retention, I would imagine. Now, I got more thoughts on this, but if you have not yet subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel, we'd love to have you a part of this party, a college football community that we do content here every single day, live twice a week. Follow me on Instagram and on Twitter at JDPikel. Comment on this video and let me know whether you're for or against these rules. Here's my 2 cents on this. Can we just let college football live a little bit here? Can we just let college football be uniquely college football? My frustration and the reason why I'm not for these rules is we keep trying to make college football into another sport. Like the people that have season tickets to your respective team that you support, the people that show up and tailgate 8 a.m. until well through the end of the game, like those people that are the lifeblood of the sport, they're here for it regardless of the rules. We don't need to open the floodgates and extend the fence around different individuals who don't want to sign up for college football. I get it's a money game. I understand. We want to increase revenue and we want to grow the sport that way, and there's dollars and cents and suits that are making this whole thing roll. I get that. But college football is unique to us as fans. If we wanted the pro game, we would go after the pro game. I would say this as well. We all love football, right? Whether it's professional or whether it's college, like we all love football. But notice how there is a very specific segment of college football fans and professional football fans. You like both probably, but I think you both respective fan bases, if I can even say that, both segments of fans, there's not a ton of overlap. Like you don't watch every single game on Saturday and then watch every single game on Sunday and have equal allegiance to both sides. Like maybe you do that, but you live and die by how your Dogs did, or you live and die by how your Philadelphia Eagles did. You'll watch the game because it's football. We love football, but I don't see a ton of overlap between professional and college fans. Now, that's just my own opinion. That's my own feel on it from different fans I've been around. You hear what I'm saying? The college football fan, a little bit unique. We don't need to keep making college football like the professional game. It's fine how it is. Can we stop trying to make it into something that it's not? you're cutting into strategy with some of these rules as well. For the record, I'm against all of them. You're cutting into strategy. Icing the kicker has been a thing in college football for as long as I can remember. And if you want to save your timeouts for the end of the game to mess with Johnny left foot kicker, like, you do it, man. You do it. And I understand that's not the way it is in the professional game. I understand there's different rules against that. But at the college level, that's the way it is. And if you want to use that as strategy, I don't see a problem with it. Especially with the whole deal around college kickers, like how unreliable they are. And this is no knocking any college kicker, but that's just kind of the name of the game. If I can have an advantage by saving timeouts, why are we messing with that? Why do we need to mess with that? Also, talking about the clock stopping until 2 minutes after a first down. Like, do you know how much the pace and space and the no huddle and the up-tempo kind of offense is in college football? You know how common that is? That changes the entire strategy. Tennessee last year, what they were able to do successfully, Lane Kiffin when he came to Alabama, the old Chip Kelly Oregon teams, like, those teams are built on no huddle, no mercy. And if we want to start stopping the clock inside of 2 minutes, like that changes the whole game here. That changes the whole game. We're messing with strategy. We're messing very much so with the fabric of what makes this sport special. Because you don't see those offenses, continually in the NFL. You watch the college game because you enjoy the college game. If you wanted to watch a game that mirrors the professional game, you'd watch the NFL. And I'm for the NFL. I am not anti-NFL by any stretch of the imagination. What I am anti is anti-make the college game like the professional game. We don't need to have them be the same. They can be mutually their own sports, and we can love them both in their own unique way. All right? Now, here's the thing that would solve all of this. And again, I know this is not a reality, but here's the thing that would solve all of this. You want to shorten the games, you want to shorten the broadcast time, cut one ad out of every commercial break. Problem solved. Cut one commercial each break. I promise you, you will get to your required or desired runtime for a college football game. Saying the games go too long, right? Okay, well, then let's shorten the TV timeouts. Boom, problem solved. It won't happen, but that would do all of this instead of having to go and mess with the rule book and mess with different team strategy and having them to go back to the drawing board. Like, they're small changes. It sounds like some of these have more traction than others, but I'm just telling you, it's a slippery slope when we keep trying to make a game that is specific to a certain audience more and more like the professional game. I'm just telling you, it's a dangerous game to play. But again, let me know your thoughts in the comments section. This has been the Hard Count. Nick Brake lifting heavy. Nick Brake has his own opinions on this, okay? So we'll probably talk more about that on the live show. So make sure you got the bell hit so you don't miss the live show. But we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We're going to keep the party rolling, and we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of the Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.